In a dramatic turn of events, Elon Musk's acquisition of Twitter for $44 billion has reshaped the landscape of social media and sparked widespread discussion. Initially announced as a bid to enhance free speech and improve the platform, the deal quickly became a complex saga filled with legal battles, public scrutiny, and intense negotiations. Musk's vision for Twitter, combined with his influence and resources, forced the deal through despite various challenges. This acquisition not only highlights Musk's ambitious approach to business, but also raises questions about the future direction of one of the world's most influential social media platforms. Musk's reputation as a boundary-pushing disruptor was cemented as a result of this saga, which comprised strategic maneuvers, public conflicts, and legal drama. In the end, it reshaped the landscape of social media and established Musk as a disruptive force. Musk, who was already one of the most influential and contentious users on Twitter, began buying shares of the site in a stealthy manner at the beginning of 2022. This marked the beginning of the experience. By the month of April, he had amassed a 9.2% stake in the corporation, which made him the most significant individual shareholder in the business. As a result of this statement, shockwaves were thrown across the business and technology communities. Musk's reputation for defying the existing quo hinted that substantial changes were on the horizon. At the outset, Twitter made an attempt to soften its relationship with Musk by extending an offer to include him on its board of directors. This action was taken with the intention of maintaining his proximity and possibly reducing his influence. Following significant consideration, Musk ultimately decided against accepting the invitation, citing the fact that joining the board would limit his capacity to bring about genuine change. Instead, he went in a somewhat more daring direction. Around the middle of April, Musk made a proposal to buy Twitter altogether for $54.20 per share, which would have resulted in a valuation of the firm at $44 billion. In addition to being completely unanticipated, this offer, which Musk referred to as his best and final, was also exceedingly unorthodox. He defended his decision by stating that he was convinced of the platform's significance as a worldwide venue for free speech and by expressing his disapproval of its current trajectory, which, according to him, was working to undermine the platform's intended purpose. Initially, the board of directors of Twitter responded with hostility. They developed a defensive mechanism known as a poison pill technique, which is a defensive mechanism aimed to prevent hostile takeovers by making it financially detrimental for Musk to expand his ownership above 15%. The action taken by the board displayed their mistrust over Musk's objectives and their concern for the value of the shareholders. However, Musk's offer, which was a large premium over Twitter's market price at the time, gathered support among shareholders who put pressure on the board to engage with the idea. At the end of April, following a series of conversations and promises, the board of directors of Twitter finally gave in and accepted Musk's offer. From that point on, there was a period of heightened tension and a period of uncertainty. Almost immediately after the announcement of the agreement, Musk started expressing his concerns about Twitter's lack of transparency surrounding the number of bots and phony accounts that are present on the platform. For a long time, bots had been a source of frustration for Musk, who believed that the ubiquity of bots harmed the integrity of the platform as well as the user experience overall. It was suggested by Musk that as much as 20% of Twitter's accounts could be false, and he accused the social media platform of underreporting the full scope of the issue. Twitter, for its part, asserted that less than 5% of its accounts were bots, and maintained that this information had been shared during the process of conducting due diligence. There is some uncertainty regarding Musk's commitment to the agreement as a result of his vocal criticism of Twitter's bot problem. As a result of his declaration in May that the arrangement was temporarily on hold, there was widespread suspicion that he was attempting to renegotiate the terms of the purchase or to completely abandon the transaction. The moment of Musk's reluctance coincided with a more widespread decline in the field of technology, which resulted in the valuations of a great number of companies, including Twitter, falling to extremely low levels. Those who were opposed to Musk claimed that he was suffering from buyer's remorse and that he was using the bot problem as an excuse to get out of the arrangement. During the month of July, Musk made a public declaration of his desire to dissolve the agreement, which prompted Twitter to initiate legal proceedings. Twitter has initiated legal action in the Court of Chancery of Delaware in an effort to compel Musk to comply with the agreement. The complaint was based on the allegation that Musk had willfully waived extensive due diligence in his eagerness to consummate the acquisition, and that his fears about bots were not grounds for firing. This was the foundation of the lawsuit. There was a significant likelihood that the court procedures would be both high-profile and challenging, and legal experts predicted that Musk would have a difficult time defending himself. There was also the possibility that sensitive information regarding Twitter's operations, such as its user stats and content moderation procedures, could be made public. Neither party was interested in making this information public. In an unexpected turn of events, Musk changed his mind as the trial date in October drew near. He made the announcement on October 4th that he would move forward with the acquisition at the initial price of $54.20 per share, originally stated. There was a lot of discussion about the reasons underlying Musk's change of heart. Some others assumed that he had evaluated his legal situation and came to the conclusion that it was highly unlikely that he would prevail in court. It was stated by several individuals that he was attempting to avoid the potential financial penalties and damage to his reputation that could be brought about by a drawn-out trial. Musk took possession of Twitter by the time the month of October came to a conclusion, and the transaction was officially finalized. A turbulent new chapter for Twitter began with Musk's acquisition of the platform, which marked the beginning of the new chapter. Changes of a significant kind were implemented almost immediately by him. His decision to fire senior personnel such as CEO Parag Agrawal, Chief Financial Officer Ned Siegel, and Policy Chief Vijaya Gadde indicated that Twitter's leadership was undergoing a comprehensive transformation. Consolidating his position as the single decision-maker for the corporation, he dissolved the board of directors governing the organization. Musk also disclosed his intention to take Twitter private, stating that this would provide him with more leeway to carry out his vision without being subject to the expectations of public shareholders. By laying off over half of Twitter's personnel, Musk made one of the most controversial choices in his tenure as CEO of Twitter. The decision, which was made with the intention of reducing expenses, was met with opposition by former workers and prompted questions over the platform's capacity to continue operations. Additionally, Musk endeavored to broaden Twitter's revenue streams, which had been highly dependent on advertising for a considerable amount of time. The decision to charge users for verification was one of the improvements that he recommended for the Twitter Blue membership service, which is a service that is offered by the platform. This move sparked extensive criticism and debate regarding the worth of the iconic blue checkmark. Additionally, the acquisition rekindled conversations about the censorship of material and the protection of free expression. Musk, who calls himself a free speech absolutist, has made a commitment to loosen Twitter's moderation criteria and reinstate accounts that had been banned in the past. Among the accounts that will be reinstated is the one belonging to former President Donald Trump. Some people were pleased with these actions since they were a step toward greater transparency. However, others were concerned that they might result in an increase in dangerous content and disinformation to be spread. Advertisers started pulling back because they were concerned about the safety of their brands, which added to Twitter's financial difficulties. Musk's acquisition of Twitter signified a seismic shift in the landscape of technology and media, despite the difficulties that surrounded the transaction. This exemplified his willingness to take great risks in order to mold industries in accordance with his vision, regardless of the consequences or the backlash that may result. In addition, the drama brought to light the intricate relationship between corporate law, shareholder rights, and the power of individual influence in determining the course of the future of global communication technology. In spite of the fact that it is still unclear if Musk's plans for Twitter will be realized or not, the $44 billion acquisition is widely regarded as one of the most remarkable events in the annals of social media history. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.